cheese curds. Gooey, crunchy, a state fair staple and a Midwestern icon, and I have to admit, I have never had them before. Hi guys, I am Katie and I am obsessed with cheese, and I've never had fried cheese curds before. Do they taste just like mozzarella sticks? Why are they so legendary? Well, that is what we're gonna find out today as we cook them for the first time together. And if you've made them before, please let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong or what I could do better. This is all internet research. The first question we have to ask ourselves is, what is a cheese curd? What makes it curdy? Well, it is the youngest form of cheese, according to my research. It hasn't aged at all. What you want to look for or listen for is the squeak. So when you chew it, it actually makes like this from videos that I've watched where it's like almost like you're chewing rubber. And what's happening is these protein strands are breaking down because they're aging. It's kind of like a metaphor for life. They lose their squeak in 2 to 4 days. I think I lost my squeak when I was like 30. Sorry, I had to make that joke. Let's take a look at these guys. I have a feeling that these are not going to squeak. Now with refrigeration or if they're being frozen, the squeak can last a little longer. I just am skeptical that in California, these are gonna have a squeak. They smell kind of like mozzarella. A lot of cheese curds are usually cheddar. Let's see if we're gonna have a squeak. Are you ready? Ivanna. No squeak. But I did read, if you microwave this for 10 to 15 seconds, you can get your squeak back. I'm gonna go microwave these and we're gonna see if they can get their squeak back. They ain't squeaking right now. They're just melty now. Everyone looks horrified behind camera. Everyone is like, please stop. Let me try the other one. I don't know if it revived the squeak or just melted cheese and it's kind of squeaky when you eat it. So we didn't get our squeak back. That's fine. We're just gonna move on and I'm gonna take these cheese curds, put them on the sheet pan and go freeze them. And the reason I'm doing this is I've read that sometimes the cheese just oozes out too quickly when you're frying. So if they're frozen, the batter is gonna fry quickly and the cheese is gonna melt a little slower. Let's put these in the freezer for 2 hours and then we gotta decide what are we gonna dip them in. The 2 most popular dips I could find on the internet was marinara or ranch. I was on a Reddit forum and they were debating it and I do think that marinara was winning. But sorry marinara lovers, I have to make a ranch dip because Kelly Paige, who is on our culinary team, has a ranch addiction. So I'm gonna be making a spicy pickle ranch dip just for her and I'm gonna make everyone else who loves marinara really mad, sorry. So to make the spicy pickled ranch dip, I'm gonna add some mayo, sour cream, a little milk, some pickle brine from your, whatever pickle jar you have, and we'll whisk that till it's smooth. Now we're gonna add some cayenne and a little bit of hot sauce. I like Louisiana style. Then we'll add this ranch seasoning packet and we'll whisk this till it's smooth and combined. And last but not least, we're adding some fresh dill. I'm gonna go put this in the fridge and we are gonna make the batter. For the batter, we are gonna make a wet batter. This is just gonna be a very nice light, almost like a tempura-like batter. My obsession with pickles is almost as strong as my obsession with cheese. I even ate a pickle cookie. It wasn't good though, I was sad. I have fried pickle chips here. These are literally pickles and they're fried. Also dill pickle potato chips, I think will do just as good. We're gonna put these into a food processor. We're gonna grind this up so it's nice and fine and we don't have any big chunks. You don't wanna overdo it because this can turn into a pickle powder paste. We don't want that. Okay, I think that looks good. It's kind of like a wet sandy texture. We're gonna add this into a big bowl with some flour. We're adding some baking powder and usually you use it in baked goods to help things rise. What it's gonna do in our batter is it's gonna create air pockets that are gonna make it nice, light, and crispy and airy. I've got some salt, garlic powder, and I love pepper. We'll whisk all our dry ingredients together. I love that you can see the little chunky bits of green in here from the pickles. The next thing we're gonna do is add a little bit of beer, and the carbonation in the beer also is gonna have all these little tiny bubbles, so when you fry it, it's gonna give us that airy, crispy batter too. If you don't have beer, you can also add sparkling water. Mix that in. And what I've seen online is that you wanna go for almost like a runny pancake batter. You don't want it to be too thick. The thicker the batter, the heavier that fry is gonna be, and we were looking for a light, crispy, kind of falling apart, shattering would be the word that people say. I think this looks good. It looks like a loose pancake batter. Next, we're gonna toss our frozen, and they look really old now. They were young, now they're old. We're gonna toss our frozen cheese curds in some cornstarch. The reason we're gonna toss them in cornstarch is this is just also gonna help them be really crispy, and it's gonna help the batter stick to them when we put them in the batter. We're gonna be eating rocks, everybody. Like a caveman. Oh, I found rocks today. Some really good ASMR. They're covered in cornstarch, and now we're gonna put a few, I would work in small batches always when frying stuff, into our batter. Cover them. What I also read is that you want to put these in the batter one at a time. If you try to put like a bunch in all together, they can stick together and they'll just be like a big clumpy fried dough between them, which that's not what we're trying to achieve here. I don't like to fry that much just because A, it smells, and B, it's kind of dangerous. So make sure that you have a deep pan and you have a thermometer. I have this at 350. If it's too hot, the batter is gonna burn, and if it's too cold, it's gonna take too long to melt the cheese and it's gonna get really oily and soggy. So we're at 350, make sure you're at 350. We're gonna put these guys in one at a time. We're gonna do about 4 to 5 at a time so they're not clumping together. And they take about like 1 to 2 minutes max, so they're pretty quick. So far in my cheese curd adventure, there's been some bad ones, and I just want to show you the difference. This one, totally all the cheese came out. I fried it too long and I was doing too many at once. And then this one is absolutely perfect. It does look like a little chicken nugget, we were saying. I think the most important thing to check out right now is if we get a cheese bowl. Yay! We've got a cheese bowl. Let's see if these guys are worth the hype. We have made fried cheese curds. I feel like I'm at the state fair right now. I also have a little bit of marinara to try with it. We can see what you marinara lovers are talking about. Here we go. I will say that spicy pickle dip is delicious. It's a lot like a mozzarella stick, but I would say a little bit sharper. The batter is so light. It kind of like melts in your mouth. I'm getting a little pickle. I think I could have gone harder with the pickle. I don't know, like done more dill or something, more pickle brine. I would say overall, really good. Should I try with marinara? Yes. No, that's really giving mozzarella sticks. I would say spicy pickle ranch dip. Try it, you will love it. Marinara, fine. Do you guys want to try?
It smells good. It's like a little pillow. Wait.
They are like, that's a good little pillows of cheese.
Better than the frozen ones for sure.
Good.
Also, this dip.
You've only had frozen cheese curds, and you have.
I've had fresh cheese curds from my cousins in Wisconsin. They sent like a holiday gift. So I have had it where it's what's the past tense of squeaked?
Squeaked.
Squoke.
They squoked. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please let me know in the comments any tips, tricks that you have for fried cheese curds and what you want to see us, what cheese you want to see us make, use, eat next. Thank you guys. Bye.